Hey, folks, welcome back. We have another quick interview with one of the speakers from JS Nation. It's going to be in Amsterdam, I think just in a week and a half. I'll be there in person. I get to meet Tobias in person, I think. Are you speaking virtually or speaking at the conference?
In real life, yeah. It's a conference in Amsterdam. Also traveling to the conference. I'm from Germany, so it's like not that far away like you, but
right. Yeah, I'm going to be on an airplane for a really long time. But I did get a direct flight, so anyway, we'll see how that all works out. But anyway, you're going to be speaking about TurboPack at JS Nation. And I thought real quick we might talk about that. But before we do that, I just wanted to, get to know you a little bit, let our listeners get to know you a little bit. So you said you're from Germany. Your profile says you have 2 kids and you like to play board games, which means that we could definitely be friends.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah. What else do we need to know about you?
That's most of it. I'm working for like open source like 10 years or like 11, 12 years. So really long time. Worked on Webpack before, basically maintained it for 10 years, and now TurboPack, and really into the bundler scene. That's most
Very
of it.
cool.
2 kids, board games, great.
So the TurboPack you're talking about is a bundler? It's not the partial reloading library?
It's a bundler, but a bundler with usually a bundler comes with a dev server, which usually provides HMR, like partial reloading and that kind of stuff. So it's like, it's mostly bundler in the kind of sense that we understand like as developing tool for web applications or that kind of things. Yeah.
Very cool. And so you said you work on that full time, or do you?
I work on it full time. Work for Vessel, and like it's owned by Vessel. So full time with a team of 8 persons, 7, 8 people. Yeah, fluctuates a little bit.
Nice. So I have a very important question, and then I'm going to talk to you about your talk. What's your favorite board game?
That's difficult. Like last time at JS Nation, I played this game. Oh, it's called where you have these cards and need to describe the words, and then you pick a few. And I forget the name. I was bad in naming. That's a great game. I also play this kind of card games and settlers and that kind of stuff.
Very cool. Yeah, I pick a different board game every time I'm on a podcast. So just shout out about one that I like. It's fun, lots of fun. And I have 2 really good friends here, and we get together probably once or twice a week and just play whatever.
Not that often. Like, I used to play it much more often, but now I have kids and they take much time. So don't have that much time to play a lot of board games. But usually we come together with some friends and play some board games, and usually pick a new one, or somebody gets some present with a board game and we play that. It's not that we have one fixed board game that we always play. It's sort of fun to learn new games.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's typically how we roll. And one of my friends actually is part owner in the local board game shop.
Oh, that's perfect.
So we'll borrow a game from the store and play it. But anyway.
This is good.
All right. So as kind of getting back to JavaScript, right? The real world work, I guess. So you're going to be talking about TurboPack. Do you want to kind of give people a 10,000 foot view of what it is and what we're talking about and what people should know?
Yeah, so basically, TurboPack is like kind of rewrite from Webpack. So I come from Webpack, and some people were frustrated, and me too, with the performance. So there were some architectural problems we wanted to solve. So we basically wrote a new bundler in Rust instead of JavaScript, and we did some new architecture decisions to try to make it more performant especially in incremental build performance scenarios. So like if you did a build before on the dev server and you want just like change some files, either like on the local computer or on a pull request and that stuff. And then you want to make an incremental build. That's what we focused on. And that's also what my talk is a little bit about. So it's not like about TurboPack in general. It's more like I focus on this kind of incremental architecture segment on the talk. And basically what I try to do is like, I haven't had the full talk yet, but I try to do is like a live coding session where I write like in JavaScript, because Rust is not I think many people don't know Rust, so I can't really do a talk in Rust. It's like kind of overwhelming probably. So I write in JavaScript, write a kind of this kind of incremental bundler core, at least a partial thing of that, and try to showcase how it works and what the benefits are and why we focused on that and what
right.
Yeah. It's more like
very cool. I
technical
think they
talk.
talked about this a little bit at Next.js Conf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Next.js Conf was where we introduced TurboPack to the public, and
yeah, I watched a lot of those talks too. That was awesome. So I think I interviewed some of the speakers there too. But anyway, very cool. So if people want to try out TurboPack before they show up at JS Nation and, kind of see what you're talking about there. Sometimes I like to do that, right? I'll pick a technology and it's like, they're talking about this, I'm going to go try it. Yeah. How do people get started with it?
Yeah. So currently TurboPack is only available in Next.js. So we focused on integrating it into Next.js before making it like a standalone tool, because it kind of limits the scope we want to work on. And it's a lot of work. So that's why it's available in Next.js, and you can just write by Next-dev -- turbo. It's like just built in. And it should work for most of the cases. We don't support all of Next.js test features, but at least like 80% of that. And it's in beta, and still working on it.
Very cool.
Long way.
So were you mostly, I'm just curious now, because, for example, I've done Ruby for years, I've done JavaScript for years, right? And so you get into some of these engines and tools, and it's like, they're not writing them. Ruby is written in C and C++, right? JavaScript, like Node.js, has a bunch of C++ stuff behind it. So, you getting into Rust, were you primarily a JavaScript developer before this, or were you a Rust developer that just found another interesting problem to go hit?
So before I started Webpack, I was like a C++ C# developer.
Okay.
So I got into JavaScript, and now I got back into like the native world with Rust. So it's kind of nice to have this pre-knowledge about like native languages, and C++ knowledge helped me a lot understanding Rust, because I basically learned Rust during writing TurboPack. So it's kind of also new for me, but it's a great language, and I understand. The different language has different benefits. Like I wouldn't write a web application in Rust, because like Rust has slower to compile, it's harder to write, and that kind of stuff. But it has other benefits like more performance or more stability, more safety, which so it depends on which kind of application or tool you write, which language you can choose. And I think JavaScript is a great language for web applications, or TypeScript and that kind of stuff. But Rust is a great language for like tooling, and especially performance-focused stuff and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I don't know if I have anything else to ask. Do you know if they're playing board games at JS?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, there's at least at the after party, there's usually board games around, and it's organized by the conference. It's quite cool.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, I looking forward to picking up some new ones. Maybe you have some over there in Europe that we don't have here.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up. But yeah, thanks for jumping on, talking to me for 9 or 10 minutes. And if people want to check out your talk, they can go to, jsnation.com. Yep. And they can get the details there. And if you're looking for me, I'm going to have a booth. We're going to be spending time getting to know folks. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Looking forward to meet you at the conference.
Yep. All right, folks. Till next time, Max out.